But yeah, YouTube, I'm here again. I'm here again. It's time to break out retirement. When the fuck was I retired? I don't know. I never was retired. I just stopped posting like every day. But we gotta start that up again. I'm gonna post every fucking day. I don't care. But yeah, like today we got the video. What's this video called? Bad Luck Charlie, the fall of America's favorite mom. Now, I don't know what the actress name is for the mom who plays in Good Luck Charlie. But what the fuck did she do to have a downfall? What did she do? I doubt she had a downfall, bro. I feel like it's just clickbait. Gotta be. There's 29 minutes though, so maybe there's a lot of evidence on why. Without further ado though, let's get right into this. I'm gonna stop wasting y'all beautiful people's time. Make sure everything's good. Everything looks good. Alright, let's go. Let's get her started. Look excited. And I'm streaming this for the first time, by the way, so.
Yeah, there's even a person in my cast that not only has unfollowed
it's
me,
her.
known me for 14 years, loves me, knows who I am, knows my heart, but crops me out of pictures that they post of Good Luck Charlie and tags everyone but me.
That's crazy.
If you were a viewer of Disney Channel back in 2010, then chances
that was
are
me.
Your parents would go on and on about how hilarious the mom from Good Luck Charlie is. Lee Allen.
I grew up with a black family, so they didn't really watch that, so not really. Not gonna lie, I thought she was pretty funny. I think it was a good show.
Baker, without a doubt, shattered the Disney Channel mom trope and became an absolute scene stealer. So what happened to her? Some of you already know what's coming, but a lot of you may have just stopped hearing from her entirely.
I did.
Today, I'm gonna break down exactly.
After Good Luck Charlie, bro, I didn't know what the fuck she was doing after that. You know why? Because I was a fucking kid, bro. You think I give a damn what an actress or an actor was doing? I didn't care until like years later. You know, I'm talking about years. I'm talking about like in recent years. Now I care. What the fuck happened? I remember this scene. I remember I wanted this. I'm like, damn, that should look good.
What she did to soil her promising acting career, and just how Good Luck Charlie became Lee Allen's worst luck of all.
Oh, that's crazy. How is that?
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chaotic Web. My name is Jake, and I'm about to lead you all on a path you have never experienced.
What's that?
Because I actually looked it up, and there's not a ton of information about Lee Allen
Looked
Baker
it
online,
up.
so I definitely did a deep dive and tried to find everything I could. And to
what we thinking? You thinking this is clickbait or like this is for real? And she actually did have a downfall. I'm curious.
Because this video is a part of a double premiere with my other channel, Secret Society. That video's all about the rise and fall of Jessie star Sky Jackson.
I feel like I've seen this video.
Head over there after you watch this one. Anyway, let's get into the story.
I don't know about that. Let's please tell me what happened to her.
Back to the 90s when Lee Allen first.
Can I pause? What was that pic? What? Okay. Now this is crazy. Crazy pic to be having.
Lee Allen Baker. Now, to start this story, we actually have to go back to the 90s when Lee Allen first started acting in shows like Charmed, The Incredible Hulk, and even various video games.
The Incredible Hulk.
Lee Allen Baker would plunge headfirst into the world of comedy when she was cast in the cult classic TV show Will and Grace, playing the reoccurring character Ellen. She would play this role from 1998
Never heard of the show.
2006, and even
makes sense though. I'm too young.
Amidst the Will and Grace reboot. But it wasn't until she crossed paths with Disney Channel that she would become a household name.
Disney had been after me for a few years, and I'm like, please.
She sounds really different.
Zac Efron's mom in a pilot. I'm like, what? I look like I'm kind of dating him, kind of not, kind of something illegal going on here. Then I thought, you know what? I was pregnant.
Oh yeah, the intro. Oh, Good Luck. Wait. I don't think I've seen the intro of Good Luck Charlie in a minute. I ain't gonna lie.
I was like, they caught me at a weak moment.
It was cute though. I mean, it was cool. Like the way they did the transitions, with the family photos, that was raw. I was like, at the time I didn't know it, but that was raw. That was kind of hard.
I did, because I've had more fun.
That intro was fire.
Than any of the other shows that I worked on. I think I did Will and Grace for 8 years. It was a fabulous show, and I've definitely had more fun with these kids. And they promised me that the parents will be involved. We won't just be sitting on the sidelines. Yeah. Then we'll do it. And the first season, yes, I had to fight a little bit and say, no, put the parents in it more. Don't you start taking us out of it.
Tight shit.
And
True that.
One of the producers saying, you just had a baby. We thought you'd want to just like to come to work and relax. I'm like, I'm an actor. I'm going to come to work and relax. I'm going to work and work.
The Disney Channel would first cast Lee Allen on their hit show Hannah Montana as the reoccurring TV show host Mickey.
She was
a star, and clearly this was.
I didn't even notice. I bet you thought I'm gonna go watch Hannah Montana and be like, oh yeah, there she is. Like it's kind of crazy how years later you can like watch a show and be like, I know that actor. Like it's kind of wild growing up and then just being able to do that. Because as a kid, I did not care. I ain't gonna lie. You think I care when I seen David Hasselhoff in fucking SpongeBob movie? No. Now I do. I'm like, oh shit.
The place where they were testing the new actors for the Disney Channel, because in the same scene, China Anne McClain and Sierra McCormick
I remember that
farm both appear. Anyway, when they were casting their new show Good Luck Charlie, they knew Lee Allen Baker would be the perfect pick to be Charlie's mom. Now, I just want to reiterate how gigantic the show Good Luck Charlie was.
It really was
big.
We
don't talk about it much on Deep Dive, but the show was massive, premiering right out the gate with over 4.5 million viewers.
I might have been one of them.
Would double to nearly 8 million viewers in the series special titled Special Delivery. Audiences fell in love with the Duncans. But the glue that held that family together wasn't Charlie or Teddy or Bob, who got oddly muscular in the last season.
Oh yeah, he did. That nigga was working out.
Lee Allen Baker, aka Amy Duncan. And this wasn't a secret. It's hard to watch Good Luck Charlie for more than one scene without realizing Amy Duncan was pulling that show together.
Now you gotta keep in rhythm.
Go ahead, this is crazy.
To do that is with the whammy wiggle of 5, 6, 7,
What the I remember this episode. Okay, hell no. First off, skip that. Second off, I remember that episode, bruh. Crazy episode. Do I remember what happened? So, but I do remember that episode. Is that who I think it is? Ain't no way. They had a movie together. I remember.
Disney Channel
Good Luck Charlie and Jesse.
But it was really coming to a bitter end. In a post, G. Hernelius, dog with a blog, Disney Channel, Amy Duncan was a relief to see on the screen. I'll even bet you, like, if your mom or dad is around right now, ask them if they remember the mom from Good Luck Charlie and comment below what they say.
No, she don't. Okay, listen. I like the Good Luck Charlie. Doesn't even my family did. Okay, my mom does not know, and I'm not gonna ask her. Or they ain't give a damn.
They might not, but they might. They really might. And I feel like that's a lot to say about a kids TV show that we were all kind of watching passively. There are so many characters and roles that we're constantly berated with, but Amy Duncan really broke through. She was one of the first adults, besides maybe Arwen, that kids really took to on a Disney Channel show. So what did she do with that fame at the time? Well, let's go back to the interviews from 2010 and take a little deep dive.
How much of it was you? Because in Good Luck Charlie, you were hilarious. Did they let you ad-lib a little bit? Did they let you be yourself?
Yeah, no, I ad-libbed a lot. I always say,
that's good.
People say, how much freedom do you have? And I say, when that camera's rolling, they can't stop my freedom, right? What are they going to do?
True that.
Every interview I could find about Lee Allen Baker, she actually stays relatively in the character of Amy Duncan, even in interviews where she's not having to be in character. And I know that's kind of part of the Disney Channel method. They actually train a lot of their actors to, you know, sing, dance, and create a personality. So they're liked off of their shows as well as on their shows. Half of the commercial breaks were either for their own shows or behind the scenes from different shows, and they would do interviews and Disney.
I didn't know that.
TTI between the shows.
Listen, man, I don't know that much about like outside interviews and shit like that out from Disney, because you know, as a kid, again, I didn't care. I just cared about the show. That's the only thing I really wanted to watch, the show. I didn't really care about what the actor was like. I do now, but back then I was definitely not looking for interviews and shit like that. Actually, as a matter of fact, I was today for GTA. I was watching the when they was doing the conference, or when they was, I forgot what they were, but yeah, the actors and shit for GTA. I was watching that. It's like I care now, but it's like as a kid I really didn't care. I just wanted to watch the show or play the game. I didn't care who was behind the voice, but yeah.
Get Up special and being on
one of the things about growing up, you care.
Constantly on the Disney Channel, so she had a lot to promote. While they did utilize her in different songs, I think I remember her even like singing a song with Bertram from Jesse. They didn't really tap into her full potential, I feel like, but they did try.
Not at all.
They did try. By 2016, Lee Allen had convinced Disney Channel to let her co-produce a Disney Channel original movie called Bad Hair Day. Now, this was starring one of my least favorite Disney Channel stars ever, and I'm not trying to be shady, but I just never took to her. Her name is Laura Marano, and she...
Whoa, why do you hate her? What did she do to you? I mean, as a kid, she was alright, but like, come on, bro, you ain't gotta hate on her. I don't think she was all that bad.
She starred alongside Ross Lynch in Austin and Ally.
Yeah, I remember.
And this was like her big Disney Channel movie debut. And honestly, it was a setup for failure because I genuinely, she's one of the markers for when the Disney Channel started going downhill with their acting. But
damn,
I couldn't
that's fucked up.
hate this movie. Like, yeah, it's like silly and there's a lot of things that don't make any sense. And it's definitely over the top. Like, no one's hair actually gets like that. And like, there's a lot of unexplained things. Like, she's literally carrying around like a diamond that is more expensive than the entire world.
Yeah,
in her coat pocket
what? I'm saying casually.
This movie was made without a doubt for none other than to showcase Lee Allen's comedic skill.
I feel like I remember this. Did I watch it? No, but I do remember this ad.
I feel like it borrowed a lot of comedic timing from like Psych or Monk or shows like that, but it made it to where Lee Allen could really shine in a character that she wasn't just a side character in. Like, for once, she was getting a main role. And I feel like that was a really big deal because most of the time the parents from those shows, I mean, yeah, Arwen had a whole spin-off show, so they gave him a spin-off, but usually like the adults in a Disney Channel show, they don't get any.
That's kind of fucked up that I said that, huh? If he did, I really didn't see it. But that's crazy.
Fanfare. So they knew they had something special with Lee Allen. Anyway, by the time Bad Hair Day came out, Lee Allen would basically only be providing voice acting to the Disney Channel. And with Good Luck Charlie coming to an end, Lee Allen would slowly fade into obscurity. Obviously being a part of the Will and Grace reboot in 2018. Now, according to Lee, as late as 2019, she was still recording pilots with the Disney Channel.
That I can't get a single, no, I cannot get a single like audition in Hollywood. Like, no one, like Disney dropped me like that. I was doing a pilot for them up until the end of 2019. But what the most surprising thing was is radio silence from people. Radio silence from people. That was the most, like, you learn.
Radio silence from people. I'm kind of confused, but why they drop her, bro?
Who your
what she
friends
do
are during this kind of a thing, and you learn who they aren't.
So as you can tell, some major went down in Lee Allen's life between the end of 2019 and current day. And we're about to get into all of it. Now, like I said,
what happened?
In my research, I really wasn't able to confirm that Lee Allen was really active before 2020. The only really personal interview at all that I could find of her was explaining how she has a gluten-free diet for her children. There was nothing about her beliefs or politics within her public persona. But that changed in June of 2020. It all started when the United States President Joe Biden tweeted out how people need to be wearing masks to protect people.
Yeah.
Lee Allen would reply to this tweet saying, quote, "No thank you, it's not law, just an overreaching suggestion." But
I didn't get it when people was like, when people was like, oh yeah, wear a mask in COVID, and people was like, oh no, I don't need to wear a mask. What? What do you mean I don't need to wear a mask? Niggas was tripping. I ain't gonna lie. I was taking my mask everywhere, bro. I didn't care if I couldn't breathe. It's just, it is what it is. Like, if I can't breathe in the mask, bro, I can't breathe in the mask, bro. If my breath stink, get some gum. You know, like, just stay safe, bro. I wanna stay, like, you know, not sick. I hate being sick, bro. I'm pretty sure nobody does, but like, being sick is like the worst thing, bro. It's like it's the worst thing getting your fucking leg broken, bro. It's like a poison effect versus like breaking your leg is like a physical effect. We can just walk that off. Being sick though, hell no, can't walk that shit off. You gotta just sit in bed and just suffer the whole entire day. Drink some bullshit ass soup that I don't like, just so I can feel better. Get some fucking ginger ale. Get some orange juice. Get some water. Like, I hate being sick. I hate it. God, if I fucking just, like, if I couldn't be sick anymore, I would take the deal.
You do you. This sent the internet on fire.
I bet it did.
A million people jumped to the defense and began arguing with Lee Allen Baker on Twitter. Meme pages began blasting out the newest fact from Good Luck Charlie. Everyone saying, did y'all know Amy Duncan was an anti-vax Republican? This would be the catalyst to the Lee Allen Baker that we all know today. So what has she been up to in the past 5 years since she's exposed? That's what we're going to be getting into in this video. The first video we're going to watch together is a school board meeting that Lee Allen crashed in 2021. Basically, the school board in Tennessee was trying to decide whether they were going to do mask mandates or not. Lee Allen and her crew showed up and
they did.
Chaos ensued.
It cannot be this serious. It's just a mask. Bro, niggas be making issues about anything, bro. It's just a mask. Just put it on. You know, like, am I wrong? Am I the crazy one? It's just a mask. Put it on. It ain't that big of a deal. It's really not. Just put that bitch on. Don't tuck and just chill out, bruh. That's a good way to not be sick, bruh. Sanitize your hands. You know, keep that hand sanitizer with you, bruh. Better be safe and healthy than unsafe and then get sick later, you know?
Meeting on mask mandates descending into chaos is being seen around the
world. Let's just watch this bullshit. I'm gonna stop pausing. Whoa.
One anti-masker at the meeting in Tennessee is a former Disney star.
Yeah, we know.
My name's Lee Allen Baker, and I'm a California refugee. I gave up everything there, a really successful Hollywood career, television shows, gave it all up for freedom.
So let's forget about the fact that she says she had a very successful Hollywood career. Let's just not even try to go through that. Because obviously you can check her IMDb and see if that's true. The fact that she's acting like she walked
What you mean, bro? What?
away from anything when they just would not have her. Like, she was not successful. It didn't work out. By the time she became a quote,
by the way, I'm not saying any of this shit. The channel, the deep dive channel, saying all of this, man. Actually, I'm just let the video play out and then give my thoughts about it. I'm not gonna
her choice. So this
question her
rewriting
yet.
of history and trying to push a certain narrative that she left. I mean, anyone outside of her echo chamber can tell that's just a lie.
Her anti-masker stance
she lying.
The roof.
There are these books that I have, and I have
she has
these
books.
For you, the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence.
I can already see where this point is going, but I will say she has me on that. Yes, okay, the Declaration of Independence. I like that book.
The Bill of Rights.
I'll be honest, I haven't read that one, but I think it's important too, so yes.
And the Federalist Papers.
Okay, I really don't know what that one is, but I'm sure it's important too.
And also the Bible, and these guarantee my freedom and yours. And
okay, the Bible is not a historic United States document. This is sort of her whole MO, lumping things together that do not go together.
And also the Bible, and these guarantee my freedom and yours and our children's to breathe oxygen.
Whether you believe in the Bible or not, I'm pretty sure we can all agree.
I mean, like, yeah, I'm looking around because who the fuck said that we couldn't breathe oxygen? Hey, come on, bro. You can still breathe. Like, be for real, bro. You're wearing masks right now.
The Bible is not the same as those other books she mentioned. And the United States government doesn't adhere to the Bible like it's the Constitution.
Like, bruh.
There's a separation of church and state for a reason. There's actually freedom of religion in one of those books that she mentioned. And in my opinion, Lee Allen is just so hypocritical.
Like, what is she talking about?
That everyone should be following only one religious text.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Lee Allen Baker became the face of Mothers Against Masks in school. I mean, Fox News brought her on to talk about being canceled.
You think you might get canceled because you oppose masks for kids in school?
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Varney, that's sweet of you to be concerned, but I was canceled last July already for telling Joe Biden that masks aren't law, but they're an overreaching suggestion. So, you know, they can't cancel me twice, or maybe they can try.
This is crazy.
You're not popular.
Sorry that I keep my mouse is terrible.
Not so much. That's okay, because as it was a little bit cut out of my clip there, but I have been greeted here in Middle America and in Tennessee with the most loving, kind, open arms. There is a movement of people that want to make movies that are family friendly.
What is she talking about?
Child focused first, that are faith based.
Fucking mouse, bruh.
Me with open arms, and I can't wait to join forces.
She always jumps so quickly from how much she opposes masks to how much she loves God. And the way she tied together, I feel like she's just one long buzzword. Like, is she ever actually saying anything? Also, what did she say about being in the new Christian Hollywood and a movement is taking place.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what are there gonna be more God's Not Dead movies? Is Lee Allen Baker gonna be starring in God's Not Dead 7? Which, by the way, y'all, those movies are no joke. They are genuinely terrifying. They show them in so many different churches. I had to watch them growing up. I went and I watched one of the newer ones, and it was absolute batshit wild. It's so over embellished, like their reality is just not reality. Speaking of which, y'all, she has definitely touched on every hot button issue, including whether she's pro-life or pro-choice.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I look at your page, I'm like, oh my gosh, she follows me, so she must be pro-life or something. But I haven't officially asked you that. Are you pro-life?
Yeah, you know, I'm glad you've asked me that, because
what are you?
People kind of skirt around asking me certain questions, and I will
this kind of
disclose because
it's kind of crazy thing to ask though.
Like once it's out there, the cat's out of the bag. That, you know, I love Jesus and I believe in bodily autonomy and everyone's freedom in America. There's really no walking that back.
Okay, remember what she says there, bodily autonomy. She's been saying that through this whole video, but remember that. Even in this answer, she's saying she believes in bodily autonomy.
And I don't want to walk in that, so let's move on. So the way my stance used to be that I believe the propaganda that was given by the media for a long time of that it was nothing that I would ever do myself. It was a decision that I would never be able to do that for myself. But I kind of fell in line with the idea that a bunch of men in Washington, D.C. don't have the right to make that decision for our bodies.
Y'all, this is extra sad because she actually knows the right answer. She used to believe it. Like, this takes such a wild, unexpected
interesting
turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I started learning more about the actual process of it. And I started learning more about how the baby actually does feel pain and moves away from the needle and the brutality of the actual experience for the child. And the fact that
I was born. I don't think I remember where the fuck she was talking about. Let me shut up.
is a child.
Okay, so like I said, it's the duality of Lee Allen Baker. I feel like I
This
should
is
have
not
called the video that.
a mod topic to
My
fucking
goodness,
discuss.
I feel like she's always trying to get people in by saying what she knows that they want to hear, and then she completely changes her entire stance and opinion, but uses the rhetoric of the opposite stance. It is one of the most confusing argument techniques I've ever seen, and I think she's hoping that people just get
This is
confused and follow her.
interesting.
Since you've been open about your conservative political views, did that hurt or help your career at all, like in Hollywood?
Oh, it killed it.
Industry? Yeah.
And then it revived
Killed
it.
it.
And now it's
Revived
just on
it.
a different trajectory.
Like, if you liked
Revived
Glex
it.
Charlie and you actually watched the show, like, she actually had potential. She didn't need to do this. Like, there's several people who grift right now who probably, like, need to do this. Like Amber Rose, for instance, she really revolutionized her entire style and brought back the shaved head, especially for the women. I feel like she pioneered that.
Shaved
and now
head.
she's making, like, Donald Trump music. It's like, girl, you should have stuck to Freak Show. Like, we were
Whoa.
listening to that.
So I got a divorce from Disney.
Whoa.
Okay, maybe she's not funny. Like, she's kind of full of these one-liners that I feel like they would put in like a Captain America movie or something. Like,
They've made it very clear that we will not be in business.
Not gonna lie, I'm really watching the I feel like the video is just him roasting the fuck out of her. I'm just saying, but that's what it feels like. Let me see what the comments say. I don't think the comments say the same thing, but that's how I feel about it so far. I mean, she been making some crazy ass takes. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I don't know. It's been very anti-Trump online lately. Giving me a wish. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Yeah. It is crazy. I'm gonna just keep going to the end.
Together, but we do have a child that we love. Good luck, Charlie.
ugh, I feel like she's one of those people who's like, and you just have to make people smile in this world. It's like, yeah, but like saying that out loud makes me want to literally jump off.
It is a great show that, you know, we both love and respect.
Yeah,
I loved
it's a
working
good
for them.
show.
Back in the day, it was great.
Oh,
He got a
I
necklace-
still
she got a
see
necklace,
Amy
mom.
Duncan poking through there, but then it's like, what? She's about to snap
Look.
back into scary Republican Amy.
But I'm not going to sit aside and let the World Economic Forum overtake this generation on my watch. I'm just not going to do it.
What?
Is this
That came out of
giving
left field.
Jaden Smith?
Dude, like, oh my god. Like,
But he
when
was
you talk
right.
About, like, the political and
Okay,
economic-
let's talk about this. I'm not gonna lie. He right. I ain't gonna lie, Jaden. I owe you an apology, bro. You was right, bro. You was right, bro. I'm sorry. We need to talk about it. We got to talk about it.
State of the world right now.
But I'm not going to sit aside and let the World Economic Forum overtake this generation.
Half of everything she says are just buzzwords to make herself sound smarter.
So I don't believe, so that's what I'm speaking on tomorrow is cancel culture. I don't believe that cancel culture is even a thing, right? They want you to think that it's a thing because that is the Marxist purpose of a cancel culture.
Okay, yeah, but ask Colleen. Like, I feel like there are some people who've been really canceled and their bag has been...
Dr. Disrespect, Chris Tyson, who else? EDP, Dream, kinda. I don't know about Dream. I don't give a shit about Dream. Who else? I know there's somebody else. There's more people, bro. But it's like those people got canceled. It's definitely a thing. Not gonna lie.
Completely affected by cancel culture, right? I would say Colleen Ballinger was actually canceled. And if someone like Tati Westbrook were to come back, she probably could make some sort of comeback, but she would definitely have to deal with those skeletons she stuffed in that closet with all those orders of all those hair pills she took.
It's to put so much social pressure on you that you shut up and quietly go away. And then like any stupid bully, once you won't shut up, then they back down. And eventually the truth will always come out. I just knew that the Hollywood meeting place that kicked me out can kiss my rear. I'm not playing those games.
Oh, wow. That Amy Duncan, she's a badass now. Like, is that what she wants the Facebook post to say? I hate this.
I don't know, man.
I hate this.
I mean, we all know what kind of games they play. Most of them were on a casting couch or at Diddy's parties. I just don't go to those parties.
Okay,
that's not
crazy.
how I live my life.
Okay, that's another thing. She always has these like
the casting couch or at Diddy's party. I'm gonna skip it a little bit. It's oh my god, are we just on this interview for fucking ever? Okay, we have another 3 minutes in this interview. Holy shit.
Shock phrases, like 5 of them loaded up whenever that conversation starts to get dull. And it all goes back to how she's somehow not like the other girls. It is honestly exhausting.
Like Diddy's party.
Also, why does she want us to assume she was invited to Diddy's parties? Like, it was never giving Lee Allen Baker was invited to Diddy's parties.
So I knew that I wanted to be on the right side of history no matter what.
True.
I believe it is your right to choose what.
I can't wait for my new chair to come. It's gonna be so fire. To finally like not have a broken chair.
You want to go to this school or to that school. I believe it is your right to choose your sexuality. I believe that everyone must have their freedom of religion, because if you don't have your freedom, then I don't have mine.
I hate how she positions herself as the center of the universe. She's like, well, of course I care about this, because if you don't have your freedom, I don't have my freedoms. Like, okay, aren't you trying to be an activist? How am I supposed to think you're selfless when all you're talking about is yourself? I get it. It's easier to prove if you're like, well, this affects me too. Of course I'm going to be for it. But at the same time, it's like, what are you even saying here? You're saying choose your sexuality. Like, everything she says is so loaded, and it's just made for everyone to start fighting. And
she is roasting the fuck out of her, bro. This is insane. Deep dive. Calm down. I mean, you right. Don't get me wrong, but calm down, bro. You just roasting the hell out of her, bro. She already down. She clearly don't know what the hell she's doing.
She speaks in a way that just is going to incite arguments, but it's all masked as like, oh, well, why wouldn't you agree with this? Don't you agree with this? See where I'm finding common ground with you. It's like, but you blended some pretty wild shit in there too. Like, don't think you can get a fast one on me, Amy Duncan.
Okay, I'm gonna stop pausing, by the way. I'm gonna stop pausing. I gotta get through this video.
Don't agree with me to be able to speak up. We must have opposition in order to have accountability. How will we ever know the other side of a narrative? We'll just be force-fed propaganda till we choke on it. I mean, it's very imperative that people stand up and speak what they know, and then time will tell if it's the truth or not.
This sounds like a chaotic world to live in, and I get it. The world
is that chaotic, Disney?
But
what is that?
Like everyone's
what was that? Went through my screen.
Cipher through what's true or not. That sounds like it could be really damaging. But then she lumps that in with something that a lot of people agree on, which is free speech. It's like the two are not the same, though. Like, she is equating apples and oranges. And I watched a lot of this. Honestly, she just goes on and on about Donald Trump, and it's a lot of Trojan horse, like trying to get you in on something you can agree agree on, and then she spins that into how she likes Donald Trump and how he stands for that. She's better at acting than she is at this. I mean, I think this to a degree is acting, but she should have stuck to acting. And I think that's why she hasn't gone super far in this. I think the only reason she's gotten where she is because of her name in acting. I mean, I don't find her super compelling when she's talking about these issues. Also, a lot of what she stands for, she'll go on and on about these very specific causes, as one of them even sort of implying she's with the LGBT community. And then in the next breath, she'll go on about how much she supports the right side and Donald Trump. And that's every interview I've been able to find of her. I even told my friends I was making a video about her, and they were like, oh, she's actually a really dangerous one because she makes a lot of TikToks where she will agree with the opposite side. She'll make a TikTok finding common ground with people who would normally disagree with her.
Let's talk about value, shall we?
No, she has a TikTok. That's 20, bruh.
Anyone? $20. And if I did this, how much is it worth?
Still 20 because it's not ripped.
20.
What are we doing here? What does this prove?
$20.
What are we doing?
See, no matter how much this bill has been stepped on, crumpled, beat up, battered, or bruised, it's still worth $20. The value hasn't changed.
Okay.
And neither has yours.
I'm honestly sorry, y'all. I know this video is kind of a hard watch. I'm making you all sit through these literal awful interviews and TikToks.
I'm literally looking around because who is this for? Like, I know you see me like looking around, like doing this because who is this for? What is this? What am I looking at, bruh? I should have picked a different video to react to or something. Patrick CC, you're next. I miss you, man. You posted like a few videos while I was gone. I'm gonna react to some of them. Patrick CC, you're next.
It's important to watch this. Like, that is such a manipulative reel, and then for her next one to be so political, I feel like she's preying on people who have low intelligence, who are going to be super gullible.
Good.
And she gets a bunch of followers from TikToks like this, and then they listen to her peddle whatever Christian Republican rhetoric is popular that week. Especially because Lee Allen has been sponsored by so many Christian Republican companies and projects.
Really?
Anyway, to me, all of her interviews are
Why
the
is
same.
that?
Whether they're talking about a different issue, she somehow ties it to the same issue that she always talks about, which is, and sorry I have to beep all this, but she masks being anti by being for bodily autonomy while still being against abortion and being pro-life. It is a complete hypocrisy, and I actually think she knows it. She looks into the camera with like bold-faced lie energy. Some of her appearances also have these intense, overblown entrances with like smoke and screams and big propaganda buildups of how she's the best person ever. It's honestly very dystopian to see her put on such a pedestal just by saying what she said.
What'd you say? Okay, let me hear. I blocked in. Not pausing.
That is the most bam thing I have seen in a long time.
The bam? Jesus.
Now, the final video of Lee Allen Baker that I'm going to be watching is actually one about Madonna on the set of Will and Grace.
Madonna.
And I didn't even know she was on this show until I was researching for this video. I thought she was literally only known for Good Luck Charlie. But like I mentioned previously, she did have a reoccurring character on Will and Grace that she even reprised as late as 2018. However, she always speaks of Hollywood in a very dark and mysterious way. I think so they can clip it out onto Reels and get like a million views on it, especially because she's such a recognizable face. But this is what she had to say.
That was high pressure.
I haven't seen her on shorts.
I'm not saying
or
that
TikTok.
the people weren't fun and I didn't like them. I'm just saying it was intense, and it wasn't always the most welcoming environment to walk into. And especially, there was always some hotshot big star. You know, they did a lot of stunt casting on that show, and some of them were wonderful people. You know, and others, it's like, oh, don't look them in the eye. And listen, I've been on that show for, at that point, you know, I'd done it for like, what 5-6 years? I don't want to be told I can't look somebody in the eye.
Wait, hold on a second.
Like,
that's a real thing?
That's a thing. That's
really?
a thing.
I always thought that was...
Okay, I just said I want to pause, and I just paused. I don't care. That just pissed me off. I mean, okay, if somebody says I don't want to be looked in the eye, they just don't like to be stared at. There ain't nothing really wrong with that. That's just how they get down, bro. They don't like to be stared at. I don't like to be stared at. I'm probably not gonna say don't stare at me, and I probably won't say all that. But still, it's like, people just don't like when other people look at them, especially when they're fucking straight. When niggas be staring at people hard as fuck for no reason. I don't know why people be staring at people so fucking hard. It'd be so weird. But yeah, stop pausing. We're almost done.
I don't know. I mean, we told people on our set, but it was like, don't look at Charlie in the eye. She's 3 and she doesn't like people to stare at her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's like a baby throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
That's different than like Madonna. You know what I mean?
I know this is off topic, but tell me why as soon as she said this, my mind just started spiraling about how Ellen DeGeneres doesn't like when people look her in the eyes. And I feel like Madonna was on her show. Ellen told her that. And Madonna was like, I kind of want that for myself. I feel like she wanted that.
I know that when I got onto Good Luck Charlie, I told all the kids, I said, listen, you've wanted this your whole life, your whole 10 years. Like, I've wanted it my whole 35 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've wanted this our whole lives. So let's appreciate it and enjoy every single moment of it and realize you've got your dream right here. We're living it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Come to work grateful.
So that brings us to the topic of the kids on Good Luck Charlie.
Oh yeah, let me hear about this.
Several reunions amongst the Good Luck Charlie cast. One of the first ones being Bridget Medler's wedding in 2019 that Lee Allen Baker was in attendance at. The next one was in May of 2020. So it was
May of
only
2020.
a couple months before Lee Allen got canceled.
Before?
Cancellation, Lee Allen has not been invited to any of the cast reunions. Not the
Makes
one
sense.
on Kai Snat's live stream. And not on Bradley.
I forgot they were on Kai's live stream. That's crazy.
Podcast either. Lee Allen Baker
I just paused
has
again.
said that only
This
2
is a habit, bro.
previous kids from the show have reached out to her, and none of them were from the main cast.
Yeah, there's even a person in my cast that not only has unfollowed me on everything, known me for 14 years, loves me, knows who I am, knows my heart, but crops me out of pictures that they post of Good Luck Charlie and tags everyone but me.
Just, yep. Can't be associated with you. Career suicide.
There comes a point where the behavior
I mean,
is so atrocious.
I'll probably do the same
that
thing.
one, it doesn't even
That
hurt my
fucked up.
feelings anymore. That I'm just, oh, thank you for showing me, Lord, who this person is.
So I went through the different members of the cast's following lists, and it appears the only 2 cast members who are still following Lee Allen are Bradley Stephen Perry and Jason Dolly. Eric Kramer, Mia Tallarico, and Shane Harper have all unfollowed Lee after her controversy.
Makes
so
sense.
it's unclear who she's directly referencing in this, but my money's on Eric Kramer.
Yeah, mine's
I
too.
was contacted
Because
by
14 years?
of all the kids that I worked with on Good Luck Charlie. I was contacted, and I don't mean the main kids. I mean all the kids who have ever been on the show. I was contacted by 2 parents. 2.
Wow.
And I have not been contacted by anyone in the immediate cast.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's
they know me, they know my heart. There's no way that they think I've just flipped my lid and I'm suddenly an evil person all of a sudden. But
I think they think that.
people
I would
are
think that.
afraid that if they attach to me, they will take the same heat that I took. And by heat, I mean literally the day after that school board meeting, I was labeled a domestic by the United States president.
Yet she acts like it's so minuscule what she's done and what she said. It's like, of course, people who are trying to have an acting career in Hollywood, whose entire personalities and personas are perfectly cherry-picked so people like them, are not going to want to attach themselves to you when you're throwing all your media training out the window. Sometimes it's not even about what you're saying. It's how you're saying it. And a lot of what she says, it is about what she's saying. But her no bars held approach and complete lack of filter may get her places in certain circles, but she's also lacking tact. And anyone who's trying to make it, I guarantee is gonna see that from a mile away. And hey, I will say this, I think she does know that much, but I don't like how she labels it as, I just spoke my truth, I just said this. No, you became a loose cannon who started speaking out about very controversial issues before even asking the people who were part of the platform that made you popular. And I get it, she doesn't have to go ask them, but with how extreme she's gotten, she shouldn't be surprised that they don't speak to her anymore. I think it's safe to say that Amy Duncan would hate the woman who Lee Allen Baker has become today. Anyway, that's about all of Lee Allen tanker I can take for one sitting. Thank you all so much for sitting through this with me. I'm glad we could all suffer together. Honestly,
I was definitely suffering.
This, but I didn't really want to do it if it
Patrick CC, you next, bro. You don't disappoint. But yeah, check out the video. It's gonna be a link below. I ain't gonna lie. Always remember, I always do the always put the original video down below in the link description. So yeah, check out the video, show him some love. I even like it for him. I even like it. Yep. But yeah, I really hope y'all enjoyed that. That was a pretty alright video. That was pretty alright. Not bad for my first day back. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try to do more videos every day. I don't know how how accurate or if I am gonna do it every day, but I'm gonna try. So yeah, without further ado, I'll see y'all later, bruh. Bye.